Okay, chat. Sunshine has the first embarrassing story. She said, I got two for ya. I don't know if these are my most embarrassing ones, but just what I could think of on the spot. One night back in grade 10, I was leaving my boyfriend at the Times house. It was winter. What's a Times house? When we were on the front doorstep, I went to hug him goodbye and somehow slipped on the ice and slid under their truck. What? You slid under the truck? Good aim, low key. What are you gonna do to help the environment? Probably nothing. Once I got up, I saw that my mom and sister were in the car laughing hysterically. And later on, I found out they had security cameras, so his parents saw the whole thing too. Falling on ice is one thing, but how do you slip right under the truck? That takes some accuracy. Low-key, you need to teach me. Oz, you took a shower today? No, I didn't, bro. Caleb's in the chat, I think. They said, okay, so this is a crazy one. One time I got really lonely, so I started talking to someone. Then he was like my BF, so I started going around my high school and saying I had a BF. And then like 6 months later, I found out he was AI. And the whole time I was going around acting like he was real because I thought he was. Yeah, no, he was just a bot and everyone thought I was dumb, but he was just a freaking clanker. A dirty, rust-eating, oil-drinking clanker. Next story. I used to be a furry. What? My mom found out and called me out in front of the entire family, reading out a Wikipedia page about bestiality of all things. It's good to say I've despised furries since then. I like the development.
I don't want to hate on furries. I don't want to say they're bad or that I hate furries, and I would never say that, but I hate furries. Stop galloping all over the place.
Low-key, high-key, McClevin. You can't just say low-key and then high-key, then negate each other, bro. Now it's just normal. I was doing grocery shopping in the mall with my mom, and I felt like I needed to fart, so I did. And more than a fart came out. Let's just say it was diarrhea. Oh, damn. You didn't have to add that last part. No, we've all had an experience like this where we think it's a fart and it's not. Back in elementary, me and my cousins went out to meet some family, and during that time, me and my cousins were bored. So we were like waving and saying hi to random people passing by, and then my cousin had a sick idea to grab the attention by making me act zesty, and by zesty, I mean zesty in front of the middle of the street of all people. While I was acting zesty, why'd you agree to it though? What do you mean I was acting zesty? Why'd you agree to it? You didn't have to act zesty.
Tons of people saw me do it, and I did it for like 2 straight hours. And now every time I go to that area, I still think people recognize me because of that stupid stunt I pulled.
Oh, hell no. 2 straight hours acting zesty? That's fake. Subscribe. I had to get that out, my bad. Okay, so this happened to me. When I was 15 or 16, I was out with my mom one day running errands and we had to go to the grocery store. My boyfriend at the time asked if I wanted to FaceTime and I said yes. But I'm not home right now. I'm at Martin's, the grocery store. Who would have known? This dude proceeded to lose his shit. He called me and said, who the F is Martin? Why are you at his house? Oh, there's no way this is real. Why are you hanging out with other dudes? Toxic, I know.
So after he finished cussing me out and he called me a cheater, I informed him that I was at the grocery store and he went silent, hung up, and we broke up like a month later.
That's hilarious though. I'm at Martin's house, bro. I'm at Martin's. Sometimes, bro, men just are really protective of their women, man. That's a good thing, no? I got my period when I was 7. Is that normal? In school, we were all so confused and I thought I was dying. Turns out I got it so early because I ate too much chicken that were pumped with hormones. You can do that? So if I eat too much chicken, I'll have a period. Is that what we're saying?
Yo, I actually hate period cramps, dude.
When I was younger, my sister was around 12 years old and we were in the process of renovating our bathroom. There was a hole cut out in the floor where they were replacing it and they placed a piece of I can't read.
They placed a piece of plywood. They placed a piece of plywood. Like, bro, why are you using so many peas?
Just so there was a gaping hole in the floor. My sister, out of the shower one day, stepped on the piece of wood and fell straight through it into the crawl space and sprained her ankle. You know what that reminds me of, chat? If you know this scene, you're an OG. Breaking Bad. It reminds me of Breaking Bad when he stores all the money under the house and he's like, Skylar, where's the money?
The money, Skylar, where is the rest?
I have never told anyone about this before. LOL. I was in year 6 and right before PE, I started my period in my favorite jeans.
I go to PE. I don't have a tampon or a pad, so I use a reliable method of wrapping toilet paper up, since it's the last period of the day.
That's a pun. Period. I put my uniform on and I'm not sure what happened. But when I got home, the toilet paper was gone, meaning at some point it fell out and I had no idea. Oh, damn. So there's just like a piece of toilet paper somewhere on the ground in public with bloody period blood on it. Oh, that sucks. What's good, McLovin? Don't ever say that again, bro. This happened back in 7th grade. There was a kid in my class who, nothing against his physique, was pretty fat. I already knew him because we were in the same class back in primary school. So I knew that he was always getting bullied. Absolutely deserved. I once told him about my father that had a tumor in his head and he was always joking about it. Why are you being nice to him? Just say he's like an idiot, bro. Imagine getting bullied by some obese guy and then trying to have his back after. Just put him under the bus at this point, bro. So I pretty much had beef with him. One day I was just chilling with my homies until he started to pushing me, etc. I hate people like that, bro. People that just be like pushing you and hands on for no reason.
And like, it's freaking like full force pushing you, and you can't even keep yourself upright.
So I crashed out. I pushed him back, and then the whole school formed a circle to watch us fight. I knew he didn't know how to fight, so I thought it was an easy win. But it clearly wasn't. He's double your weight class, buddy. He's probably 200 pounds at least. He ran towards me and jumped on me. Obviously, I fell to the ground because he was so fat. The whole school was laughing at me. So I, obviously, decided to stand up and beat the shit out of him. I at least tried. I was getting ready to fight him off. Out of nowhere, a teacher came up and separated us. So I couldn't get my get back. The entire 7th grade, everyone laughed at me because I lost against that kid. It got so bad I had to move schools. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Wait, did they bully you because the fat kid sat on you? Like, was it kind of like one of those situations? You guys know who Yokozuna is? I had a 300-pound guy sit on my ribcage while I was playing British Bulldog and wrestling. Oh, damn, that's probably painful, low key. In elementary school, grade 6, it was lunch. All the little jits were in the classroom, and the teacher wasn't. Some of the kids were going to the front of the class and attempting to do the splits. I went up because I'm courageous. Nice. My back was turned away from everyone, and my best friend came up behind me, loaded up a full powder kick, and shot me up the nuts? Then I had to go sit down in tears next to the baddest girl in my gym class. I had to get my balls taken out. Oh, damn. No, that's really unfortunate, bro. Both of them? This guy said, ahem.
Second year of high school rolls around. Classes are starting. Friends are made. Life is good. Lunch was starting, and we all gathered at the lunch table. As I ate my lunch, I strongly noticed my gut did not appreciate the nutritional meal we had received.
I high K have the gassiest stomach of my life. 20 FPM. Farts per minute. That's not something people say. Where each is a Russian roulette between farting, shitting, or worse. Yo, what's worse than that? Shumming? Oh, damn. No, if you shumming, that's cooked. 10 minutes left on break and I decided to thug it out.
As I sit down in the classroom, and about 30 minutes go by of pain and lingering. The worst thing imaginable happens. Our teacher asks, which person in history is the biggest 6'7" shummer with the...
This is fake, bro. Like, what? With the best yarbs in the galaxy. Your teacher didn't ask that. Everyone looks at me. I stand. I receive my diploma. Everyone claps. After that, the divine lunch we had flung out at max velocity, which was followed only by terror and horror. This is a crazy story, bro, that this happened IRL. It was like 3 years ago. I was going to my house with my girlfriend at the time for the first time ever.
We started watching TV, and I pulled out the big moves and put my arm around her shoulder, and she leaned her head on me. Yes! Yes!
Everything was good, but then I hear a voice scream. I get my hand off her daughter. Oh, damn. Turns out that her mom set up a camera in the living room where we were watching TV before. I came over and she was watching us the whole time. I never went back to her house and we broke up not long after. No, this mom's crazy. She set up a camera and was watching your date? What's your most embarrassing story? Stop streaming. You're banned. Oh, they didn't include the Twitch name. Nice. Yo! Face rug! What the hell, man? Let's go! I was in history class one day and I didn't feel well. We were watching a movie. This is Layla, by the way. About World War II in the dark, so I felt okay until the lights turned on and we had to go to our next lesson. I get up and I start feeling really lighthearted, so I tried to walk out quickly, and I fell flat on my face in the corridor because you're like stunned by the light. You're like, with about 150 other kids surrounding me.
The nurse had to come and get me after 20 minutes, and everyone that saw me had to tell the next teacher that hit my head so hard that I wouldn't have enough brain cells left to join the lesson.
Damn, that's crazy that 150 plus. This must be an exaggeration, right? The entire school was just like, yo, what the hell happened here? Guys, we're almost there. There's only like 100 left, okay? We're literally almost there. One time in school, my friend dared me to pull down my pants in exchange for a Spider-Man mask. One of those COVID masks. So like, obviously I went very far and behind some bushes and pulled them down fully. A random kid I didn't like saw me and told a teacher. I have a record, so I really couldn't say I didn't do it. So they kind of banned me from going to school for a week. So a man can't pull down his pants in peace anymore? Come on. Yarb, what the hell are you thinking? You pulled down your pants fully with no underwear for a COVID mask that had Spider-Man on it. You really wanted the mask. No, you're odd. This guy was like, mask or nothing. It's either I get that mask or I die. Did you get the mask though, Yarb, or no? You lost the mask. So you do all of that and you lose the mask.
One time I was actually watching Oz in class, and my teacher genuinely took my phone away and I couldn't turn it off, so it was Loki just playing on his desk, and he made me go over there to leave the stream.
That is elite dedication. Aren't like Carter, you need to be more like him. Becca, you're mod. So when I was like 10, I was walking out my dog. Her name was Belle, and it was my first time taking her on a walk alone. We walked like 3 hours away from mine, and she saw a squirrel. She started running, and I face planted on the sidewalk. She tried to munch the squirrel, and it only came back to me when a squirrel was out of reach. W. Belle, rest in peace, my love. Damn, Becca. Yo, is your face okay? Did it recover? Yeah, this reminds me of the story chat. If you ever walk down the stairs in the dark, this might have happened to you. But I was walking down the stairs and I didn't know when the last stair was. And I stepped off the step and it was like the third step from the bottom, thinking it was the last step. And I fully fell down like 3 steps to my face. No troll. That's happened to me and it hurt.
So I was like 10 walking on my dog. Her name was Belle, and it was my first time taking her on a walk alone. I'm so alone and I need someone by my side.
I read this twice. I'm stupid. Keaton comes in and says, leave some girls for the rest of us, but get rid of the middle part. My hair is perfectly fine. Don't hate on my hair. It's pretty luscious and it's pretty flowy. A little bit fluffy. There's a chain that separates the car park from the grass, and you have to step over it to like actually walk into the building. And basically, it was my first day of school. My friend was stepping over the chain and walking towards me and my other friends. Her foot gets caught on the chain and she face plants so hard in front of everyone, and she literally just has to lay there for a couple of minutes because she was hurt. Ow!
When I was 10, my little cousin was being very mean to me, like super mean, and his dad also died.
It's kind of sad. And every time I told my mother, she would say that it's just us kids being kids. So I had to plan my own revenge.
He had this one baseball card that was super rare, 1 out of 10 type rare. Also, a lot of the action figures that he adored, so I planned to destroy all of his action figures and baseball cards.
Your little cousin that's dad just died's action figures? That's messed up.
The next time I went to his house, I asked him if we could chill in his room. He said yes, and I waited for him to go to the bathroom. As soon as he went to the bathroom, I took everything and just started destroying it all. I tore his baseball card to shreds.
You have problems.
And I was about to go for the figures until my cousin came, and we started fighting, and like I said at the start, his dad was dead, so on accident I hit my hand on his dad's ashes, and it fell on the floor. He then started crying. In a fit of rage, started punching me like crazy.
His mom and my mom came in. We both got sent to a boarding school. Moral of the story, don't try to get revenge on your cousin. Dude, that's the worst possible thing that could have happened in that scenario. Quit.
Who is putting these?
Quit. Who bombarded me with quits? Guys, we're almost at the end. We're literally almost at the end. Oh, okay. We have a good one now. Lick me, Oz. Oh, back to the quits. Nice. Okay, here we go. Back to the normal ones. Your Twitch name, OzX_. I didn't put this.
Hey bro, I love your streams and I loves your role in the movie Superbad.
I am not McLovin. Jesus is king. Facts, chat. Jesus is king.
Keep streaming, you the best. Aww. Thank you. Never give up. Aw, yo, thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man. We all love you. Ah, dude, you're so nice, dude. Best streamer ever. Oh, man, these are fire. I like these.
Quit. Nice. Love that. Quit. What happened, bro? You are now one of my elite employees.